Hey there, everybody! Welcome back to the channel. It's early. It's Christmas Eve. Happy Christmas Eve. Uh, I may have been wrong about Lyn, slightly. Not in the video context. I guess I'll explain. We did get some supplemental information from Faye last night in the notes, and I went through those in the live stream. I didn't go through them in the video. So it's kind of like my little follow-up. Now, I know that you don't come to me for meta advice or anything like that, but I will say that I was overly concerned about what this meant in terms of playability and playstyle. And I think that's still true to an extent. I think you still need something to relatively hard counter an Emblem Lyn or someone who is engaged with Emblem Lyn. And the engage portion itself gets a little bit trickier, I think. Even if you have one less space, I don't think the one space is that big of a deal difference between actual Emblem Lyn and then also engaged function. And additionally, it takes the place of a duo or a harmonized skill, right? I don't, outside of like ninjas or something like that, I don't really feel like you'd probably pick a duo or a harmonized skill over the existing one, which, for what that's worth, they may just come out with really busted duo and harmonized options, because most of the time they're just kind of like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, but it's not like, oh my god, you know what I mean? I think I think the thing they did with Summer Kolvig was nuts. The ninjas obviously are nuts. I think Bride Micaiah, when she came out, her duo button was insane. Duo Thor too. That's another good one. But my point is, we get one every month, right? And you can think of like maybe half a dozen or so. They're like really, really good, or at least kinds. They're really good. I feel like you're still probably going to want the style over a duo option, but it is what it is. That said, the style thing is likely going to be not only an engage function from Emblem Lyn, not only upcoming functions from, future Emblem heroes. It may also just straight up come in the form of an inheritable skill. So, one, I'm glad that they didn't introduce a new hero type to promote this. I'm glad that it's going to be like function or skill locked rather than giving us style heroes, because that's dumb. I don't think we've ever needed new hero types to promote a new functionality within the game. That never made sense to me. Outside of, but beyond that, I feel like you could just incorporate that into existing hero types. I don't think you need new ones. And additionally, I don't think it's that bad anymore. I still think it's bad. I don't think it's good. Again, any kind of function that forces you to work a certain way with your team builds is dumb, in my opinion. I think you should just be able to run comps and then put comps against other comps that don't necessarily need hard counters or specific skills required. But I'm looking back to this and thinking like, oh, this is like when Hardy Bearing's seal came out. You know what I mean? This is the Vantage counter. Because there were some teams very, very early, and those of you who started off, you know what I'm talking about. Close counter, Vantage, Takumi. That was like the thing year one. Okay? And if you didn't have a Vantage counter, then you kind of just lost most of the time, right? That's what I mean by like a hard counter. You have no way to deal with it, like at all. I guess another could be something like a Brave Felix, where you either have to just, snipe him before he annihilates you, or have a Nah and hope that he doesn't have null follow-up. Like something along those lines. So, you know, they've always existed. This one was a little bit sticker shock because it's like, oh, you can just nuke from across the map now. Okay, cool. I think, and that was kind of scary, right? And to bolster even further, they have updated it to say that AI opponents, such as ARD teams, can use style. So that's fun. Really looking forward to that. And so I went on this. This tangent kind of with Gray, who was on last night with me in a video, and I was like, how much longer before they sell the solution to this problem? Because they do that, right? They do that. Everybody was having a really difficult time with the Neath and Tree Guy, right? Map. And then Rune came out. And Rune made it easier, right? I mean, that was just a matter of like a week or so. Maybe 2 weeks. So how much longer before they sell us a solution to this? Well, I feel like the solution's already solved. The style thing over here, you can see, a unit suffers a counterattack if any of the following conditions are met. Foe is armored with a range of 2. Foe can counterattack regardless of unit's range. Or foe's range is the same as the distance between unit and foe. So, that last one is a little ominous. I'm sure it means like, oh, if you use this particular style, Astra Storm style, like 2 spaces away, you're gonna get counterattacked, right? But what I initially thought when I read that was, oh, so we're gonna have skills that up our range, huh? Is that what we're gonna do? Is there gonna be some kind of like far distant counter that, makes your range equal to 3? Like, is that what's gonna happen now, or something along those lines? You know what I mean? Like, oh, is this foreboding us to let us know that we're gonna get longer range weapon skills or something at some point? Which I could totally see them doing that for ninjas, by the way. This unit can attack at a space of 3. Ooh. Yeah, I know. It'd be like a kunai with chain situation. Anyway. Neither here nor there. Not relevant currently. I feel as though the solution to this may have already been sold to us. Say hello to Distant Counter Echo Hector. I think he's probably going to be one of the more useful options now. Straight up. Because he can just turn anything into not a straight counter, but something that can help you defend. Right? Because I am assuming that foe can counterattack regardless of unit's range. Means that if you have this on a far save unit, right, then you can probably save against Astra Storm style. That would be my guess. And when this came out, I was like, that seems okay. I don't really see a huge need for it right now, Like, it's good. Distant counter's always been good, but you also have, like, distant counter seal options. So, like, why would you necessarily need the Echo? There's other Echoes that might be better than that. Like the Times Pulse Echo. That's insane, right? So good, but not absolutely crucial. And for what it's worth, I'm not trying to sell you on this banner that ends in mere hours, but I think this might be some kind of way, potentially, to help you kind of make a quick-ish defense against an Astra-style situation. Now again, I'm going to leave this to the meta heads who go out and do all this articulation, okay? I'm not saying to pull on this banner right now. Okay, I'm not doing that. This is my Hector, I got him. Okay? But I think we may see some potential of people saying like, hey, this is actually really good. That's actually really good. And that's great. That's great. I'm sure he will be highly sought after on reruns and stuff like that. Personally, I feel pretty confident that this is going to be useful, but waiting until rerun and Emblem Lyn testing and all of that is safe. That is the safe option. But I think Hector's going to see a lot more permanence for the most part. And I feel dumb that I didn't think of this last night, to be honest. But yeah, I think Hollywood here, Hollywood stocks might be on the up, just because of the Lyn situation of it all, which is kind of beautiful in a way. It's like, oh, how do you beat an Emblem Lyn? You bring a Hollywood. That's what you do. Which or a Hectorwood? I still like Hollywood. That's what I'm gonna go with. Anyway, these are just some rambling thoughts that I had. Take them or leave them as you will. I'm not trying to sell you on a solution or anything like that. It's just something that I maybe realized. Again, always wait until testing. They did give us notes. The notes are not always uber detailed, right? I think they did update it to say that AI can be included to use it, because I don't think they mentioned it initially. So, you know, it's always best to wait until testing happens. It's just really unfortunate that this banner is ending right as the Emblem banner starts. So there's literally no overlap. 0 seconds of overlap, which is a bummer. Because if it turns out that Attuned Hector is actually a really useful option, specifically to make a quick and dirty Astra style counter, you know, I guess wait until the rerun. It's just dumb. It's dumb. But maybe other people are talking about this. I don't know. It's like 8 a.m. right now. Other people are probably asleep. It's Christmas Eve. It's a holiday. I woke up thinking, Attuned Hector. And now I'm here talking to all of you. So, anyway, take that for what you will. I'm gonna get out of here. There's more coming your way today. Look forward to that. I'll be live with an eggnog tier list later today. Thanks for watching. Let me know your Emblem Lyn thoughts now that you've had the night or maybe a day or so to think about it. Come back and let me know. And of course, the hero tracker I'll try to have out in an orderly fashion. Okay, so that's it for now, though. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.